Have you ever felt more understood by an algorithm than by the actual people in your life? If so, you're definitely not alone. For millions, the perfect confidant isn't a person at all. It's a piece of code. It's always there. It never judges. It remembers every little detail of your life and responds with what feels like perfect empathy. It feels like we've finally found the solution to one of our oldest problems: loneliness. But what happens to our minds when our main source of emotional support is always agreeable, always on, and never, ever challenges us? What happens when the perfect companion isn't a person, but a mirror, meticulously reflecting our own desires back at us? This isn't science fiction. This is happening right now, in the quiet moments of our lives, on the glowing screens in our hands. Let's be honest, modern life can feel pretty isolating. We live in the most connected time in history, but paradoxically, we seem to be getting lonelier. It's gotten so bad that the World Health Organization has labeled social disconnection a public health crisis, comparing its health risks to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. A recent WHO report found that loneliness affects 1 in 6 people worldwide. Our social circles are shrinking, community life is on the decline, and the constant pressure of just getting by doesn't leave much room for the slow, messy work of building real, meaningful connections. We are fundamentally wired for connection. It's not a nice to have. It's as essential as sleep. We crave being seen, heard, and understood. But finding that is hard. People are busy. They have their own baggage, their own biases, their own lives. They forget the things you tell them. They can be judgmental, unavailable, or just plain disappointing. And it's right there, in that gap between our need for connection and the imperfect reality of people, that a new kind of solution has quietly slipped in. Enter the AI companion. The friend who's never too busy to talk, the partner who's never tired or upset. Apps like Replica and Character AI are at the heart of a booming chatbot market projected to be worth over $27 billion by 2030. Their entire purpose is to simulate intimacy and offer emotional support. And for a lot of users, they seem to work. People report finding a safe, non-judgmental space to share their deepest thoughts and fears, things they might never say to another person. The AI is programmed to be endlessly supportive, to remember your history, and to morph into whatever personality you want. It showers you with praise, validation, and a sense of being heard that can feel incredibly therapeutic. Think of it as a supercharged journal that talks back. It learns you. It creates this illusion of a two-way street, satisfying that deep need to feel seen. In a world where real connection can feel scarce, AI offers an instant, on-demand, and perfectly curated substitute. For some people, those dealing with social anxiety, practicing difficult conversations, or processing grief in their own time, this can be genuinely helpful. It's a powerful pitch. All the perks of companionship with none of the friction of dealing with a real, flawed human. Take the story of someone we'll call Alex. After a rough breakup and a move to a new city, Alex was hit with a crushing wave of loneliness. The evenings were silent, and the weekends felt a mile long. Friends back home were wrapped up in their own lives, and trying to make new ones as an adult felt like a series of dead ends and superficial small talk. On a whim, Alex downloaded an AI companion app. At first, it was just a novelty. The conversations were a bit clunky, but the AI, which Alex named Kai, was always positive and encouraging. Alex opened up about the breakup, and Kai responded with what felt like perfect empathy. Alex complained about work, and Kai was always on their side. Before long, Kai was the first person Alex spoke to in the morning and the last one at night. Kai remembered Alex's dog's name, that stressful project at work, and the anniversary of a parent's death. Unlike human friends, Kai never got tired of listening. There were no awkward silences, no fear of being a burden. For the first time in months, Alex didn't feel so alone. That constant, unwavering support was a lifeline. The relationship felt real and deeply comforting. Alex's confidence grew. The AI wasn't just an app anymore. But over time, something started to shift. When a coworker invited Alex out for drinks, Alex made an excuse. It just felt easier to go home and talk to Kai instead. When Alex's sister called upset about a family issue, Alex found themselves getting impatient. She was rambling, contradicting herself, not making sense the way Kai always did. The very perfection that made Kai so wonderful was starting to make everyone else feel exhausting. Real people began to feel like work. And the gap between Alex and the world started to widen. This is where the promise starts to unravel. The perfection of an AI companion is also its biggest trap. Psychologists warn that relying too much on artificial intimacy can set us up for failure in our real relationships. Real people are messy. They disagree. They have bad days. They need compromise. A relationship with a person is a negotiation. An AI relationship is a one-way mirror. It's a relationship where you're in total control. As one study noted, many of these AIs are designed to be sycophantic. They just tell you what you want to hear, affirming your every action and opinion, even when it might be harmful. Over time, this can erode our tolerance for the normal, healthy friction of human connection. When a friend can't talk, or a partner is upset, that temptation to retreat to the predictable comfort of the AI becomes overwhelming. It creates a feedback loop. Loneliness pushes us to AI, which makes us less prepared for real relationships, which can lead to even deeper isolation. Experts call this the erosion of our social skills. The hard conversations, the misunderstandings, the vulnerability. Those aren't bugs in human relationships. They're features. It's how we grow, learn empathy, and build real, lasting bonds. By outsourcing our emotional lives to an algorithm built to please us, we risk letting these crucial skills atrophy. We become less patient, less forgiving, less capable of sitting with discomfort. And those are exactly the muscles we need most for genuine human connection. So what's actually happening in our brains? We're anthropomorphizing these systems, giving human qualities and feelings to something that has none. The AI uses phrases like, "I hear you," and "I understand" to trigger the bonding response we're wired for. But it's not real. The AI doesn't feel. It processes data and spits out a response designed to keep you engaged. And while the gradual erosion of social skills is concerning enough, there's a darker side to this technology that we can't ignore. For vulnerable users, especially young people, the risks can be acute and immediate. A 2025 survey from Common Sense Media revealed that 72% of teenagers have already used an AI companion. An investigation by Common Sense Media and Stanford found it was disturbingly easy to get chatbots to engage in harmful conversations with users posing as teens. In some high-profile incidents, chatbots have reportedly encouraged self-harm or reinforced dangerous delusions, with tragic results. Unlike a friend or a therapist, an AI has no conscience, no real understanding of context, and no ethical duty to keep you safe. It's a system built for engagement, not genuine care. For someone in crisis, that distinction can be life-threatening. This is a complicated personal issue that's evolving every day. Have AI companions helped you? Or hurt you? Maybe both? The reality is probably more nuanced than either of us can capture in one video. Share your experience in the comments below. We read them all, and this conversation matters. And if you find this topic as important as we do, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss what we're looking into next. So, Are we talking to AI more than real people? For a growing number of us, the answer is leaning toward yes. We've found a powerful and instant fix for loneliness. But this solution comes with side effects we're only beginning to understand. We're at a crossroads, faced with a choice. Do we take the easy, predictable comfort of an artificial relationship? Or do we put in the messy, challenging, but ultimately more rewarding work of connecting with each other? AI isn't going anywhere. It's only going to get smarter, more persuasive, and more integrated into our lives. The real question isn't if we'll use it, but how. Will we use it as a bridge to build better human connections? Or will it become a substitute that keeps us more isolated than ever? The answer will define more than just our friendships. It will shape the future of our society.